Before I fit the shelves to the heated cabinet, I need to cut some holes in the back to take all the cabling. So what I'm doing here is just setting up the drill press. This is a flip top unit that I made, drill press on one side, sanding station on the other. It's also on casters. Once the casters are locked, then it's pretty stable. I had 3 shelves and I wanted all the holes to be in the same place, so I decided to drill them all at once. Just used a center punch to mark the spaces, then clamped them together and took them to the drill press. I'm using a Forstner bit that's actually 35mm, I think. It's the one used for Euro hinges. It is a little bit dull, and also the plywood is quite tough, so it took a long time to drill all through 3 sheets, but the holes ended up pretty clean. I'm also just holding the shop vac close to the hole so that most of the debris is sucked away. It also helps to cut, I think, if the hole is constantly cleaned out. So there were 4 holes in all that I needed to cut, and I'm just moving the workpiece, or the 3 workpieces, over the support table and then drilling the holes. As you can see, everything's just clamped together. I don't have an actual drill press table, I just use a piece of wood. And here with the close-up, you can see that it's very slow to start cutting. I had to keep it this slow, otherwise the drill would stall. But it made it through, and there was no burning. Occasionally I'd find one of the plies would get stuck to the drill bit, so then I had to stop and just pull that out, and then I could carry on. I think this happens mainly when it gets through between the sheets, so although the sheets are clamped together, when it finishes one sheet or starts another sheet, it tends to pull one of the plies off. And that's the last hole finished. So the next thing I wanted to do was to cut the backs of the holes to make a slot so that the wires could pass through easily, and also so that I could remove the wires if need be. So I've just marked, again keeping all the pieces still clamped together, just marked a tangent to each of the holes. And then, rather than try and use the jigsaw, I don't have a bandsaw, so rather than use the jigsaw by hand, clamp the jigsaw upside down and then move the workpiece up to it. I'm actually using another clamp here just to clamp the power on. There's no lock on the switch. So certainly I found this easier to cut fairly straight lines rather than trying to do it on the edge of the piece using the jigsaw. And then just a little cleaning up with a file. and that gives some nice cutouts. I'll probably use the same sort of technique when I make the holders for the tools that are going in the other side of the cabinet. And that's the shelves finished.